Work it out. Work it out. Work it out. Hey, there it is. I set up my whole welcome and realized you guys weren't hearing me. Hey, this is a quick video about how to play with the click track, and I got a click track right here. So you know, sometimes I just got off my session, my big session with my 30-minute jam session. So everything was like set up for that. I didn't realize, and I still have reverb on. All right, guys, I'm gonna get right to it. I'm gonna just goof around. I have very short time to do this. Forrest asked me, a buddy I met, Forrest, about the Kentucky Baptist Convention. Hey, Forrest, it's good to talk to you again online. And I'm glad that I'm so completely, scatterbrained. But I'm getting ready to go to a meeting, and I wanted to do this because I've got my metronome right here. So first of all, if you want to play to a click track, it is not easy to do. Now, I started playing to a click track, some back story on me, when I was like very first year of playing, like 10th grade. Okay, so way back, we were recording, me and my friend Todd, we thought we were awesome. We wanted to record albums and stuff, so we went to the studio, you know, we were like, yeah, we're gonna be famous, and we started playing with the click track right away. But, so early on, there's a couple keys, and I'm going to give you a couple little tips right here to do this. But once you start doing it and start locking your mind into the click track, then it'll become like second nature. But when you first start, especially as a drummer or a guitar player, it's really hard because you can find yourself way off the click, and then it's just like completely way off the click. And I was going to do this on my acoustic, but I realized it's probably out of tune, and so it's easier. I'll just plug this in, plug the guitar in because I have it on and I have it ready. So, first of all, get a click track. That's the biggest part. I mean, obviously. So I assume that you already have a click track. Okay. Get all of the delays and reverbs off of this guitar, so you can hear it. All right, and then here's the thing: is pick something like 60 or 70. Because let's do 90. I was doing 90. Start your click track. Make sure it's loud enough. And really, if you're gonna, because you're gonna strum, right? You're gonna be like. Let's say you're gonna strum a rhythm. And you're gonna be like, let's worship, or whatever you're doing. But then if you have this click going, it's like a whole other thing. Okay. Let me tap that down. Let's see if we can tap and mute. See, this click track should have a tap tempo. Oh, there. So it's like 118. So let's see. Here we go. All right, so that is not going to be what's going to happen at first. So like I think I messaged you before, you'll just start by down strumming, maybe on one string. Now I played with Forrest, was my djembe player when we did the Kentucky Baptist thing, and that was. So you got rhythm, right? You got rhythm, man. It was like awesome playing that. You were playing that djembe, boom, boom. I was like, that. You're like one of the best djembe players I've ever met. So I know you got rhythm. Now you're gonna have to dial that rhythm in to somebody telling you exactly what it's gonna be, and it's hard to do. So like I said in my text, you're gonna split your brain apart. You're gonna listen to that click. That click is gonna be in this not really in your subconscious yet. You're gonna be listening really hard. 3, 4, and you're gonna kind of think about it. Just all down. You're gonna kind of just try to stay on. Try to hit every note. It's kind of like video games, you know what I mean? You ever play that like Guitar Hero? Boom. Anything you do that goes off of the downbeat gets kind of can throw you off. So if you kind of like change up, or if you do any syncopation, it's gonna be harder. So I would just get this down right now. And then I would start doing like eighth notes. And if you get off, and you're like, oh, I'm off, just stop, get back on. Boom. 1 and 2. That's eighth notes. And you notice like sometimes you'll feel yourself like trying to speed up, but then just get in your mind again, go back and fall back into it. You gotta get into that rhythm with that, and then you can keep going. Now, when you get better at it, you might add a syncopation to it. You might go, and then you go, hey, no. When you get ready, you might go. I still wouldn't be strumming full out. I'd just still be like picking a string and listening. Because that's kind of the key with click tracks. If you can't hear them, if they're not like right top of mind, then they're gonna get buried. As soon as you start going, it's like strumming, the click track becomes this sort of ethereal thing that melts into the background, and then all of a sudden you're not on the click track anymore. So that is, it takes some time to get that in. And for you guys out there who are really rhythmic strummers and you're used to leading worship from, or you know, any playing music at all from sort of that just like just kind of jam rhythm, this click track thing is going to pull you back in. And a lot of guys that I see play acoustic guitar play really hard, so they're just digging in like there's. And I used to do the same thing, this pre click track or just jam band, and it's cool to kind of beat your guitar to death sometimes. When you get into running tracks, running clicks, then you have to start holding back on the dynamic level. Now, so this would be, for example, on a, and it might be hard to hear on the acoustic, but if I'm on the electric, but if I'm like, I'm just, you know, going crazy, that might sound good, you know, when you come up like, hey, everybody, let's worship. And then, and it's like, just going crazy. It might sound good, but then on the recording, it doesn't sound that great. But you could do the same rhythm softer. So this is just dynamically, this is not exactly staying with the click, but this is key to getting, to tightening up your click. So play the same rhythm, just play it smaller on the guitar. Play it just on the top string, or, you know, play it softer. It's very light. So if you can see, so I'm just playing that pretty light, soft, and very light. Okay, so let's try it with the click. And here's my click. Here's my click track up close. It's the Boss. I like this little guy. It's cheap. It's very cheap. It's just a little cheap practice thing. Okay, 1, 2. So you go. Following down, 1, 2, ba, 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 click, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. All right, so there is a little bit of subdivision going on in my head. To be able to play that tight with that complicated of a rhythm takes a long time. That's why even if you can play all of that complicated rhythm, then you're gonna have to slow the roll, man. Roll it back a bit. Boom. Just get really good at this. At the end of the day, when you start playing with a click track, it actually creates all this freedom, because in the beginning, an acoustic guitar is driving the rhythm. Especially in worship, a lot of guys, we just drive the heck out of the rhythm. We're literally just pushing the rhythm, driving it so hard. Okay, but when you start playing with a click track, then you can almost get very much more dynamic. You can actually just start, you can just start letting the rhythm drive with the click. The click is gonna drive it ahead. So if you play one note, boom, and the click track is going, you don't have to, it really frees this up. It really gives you a more dynamic playing ability, the ability to play more dynamically. So you can do all this crazy stuff on the guitar, but the click track is king. It's gonna be there all day, just going like this. So no matter what you do, if I was learning to play with a click and leading worship and trying to get really good at it, I would just simplify my guitar parts. I'd be like, let the click drive the rhythm. Now. And I just feel the click and hear it, listen to it. I'd let that click do it. You don't have to, especially on the acoustic. Remember, with an acoustic, you also have the hi-hat. It becomes a rhythmic instrument. So you've got the hi-hat, the snare, the bass drum. You got the drummer over there. Whatever the drummer's doing, why don't you just go, okay? So I'll do more of this, but the idea is to do less, okay? So I'm gonna tap this. Okay, so that's your tap tempo. So 114. Let's gotta get this up here. And I definitely have to go to a meeting. Okay, so you got the drummer going. He's at 114, and you're doing, you know, 1, 2, 3. So he's like, all that's going on. He's subdividing the beat. He's like, even on acoustic, you might just play downs on the eighth notes. And I gotta get on that click. I gotta get out of my head on the click. So I started slowing it down. This is gonna be really awesome though. Once you start using a click, you never want to go back to just not having one. It's a very good thing. And sometimes I'm not saying you have to have it in your ear. Give your drummer the click. Make him stay on the click and you stay with him. So there's different ways to do it. I'll do more of this later. I definitely got a meeting today, and maybe this helps. Maybe this is a very beginner. It's for advanced players, anybody, but beginning to get into click. You're beginning to get into click, and you're like, and that was what Forrest was saying. Give me some tips on really how to stick with the click. This is it. Simplify. Get the click in your head. Get it loud enough. I had a drummer once that used the bass drum for a click. Boom, 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 boom. I mean, that's kind of crazy, but I don't like those high pitch, like this click sound in your ear. It's like piercing. So I hate these kind of clicks. I like more of like the dunk, 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 or whatever. All right, God bless you guys. I'll see you on the next episode. I've got to run some meetings, and then I'll be back in my studio this afternoon, probably just jamming out. See you guys.